You guys, I hate to say it, but I think we're witnessing the last few games of Harrison Smith suiting up for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm not sure what's going to happen ultimately. Are the Minnesota Vikings going to release him? Is he going to have the option to retire? Because him, just like Chad Greenway, want to only play for the Minnesota Vikings. And, hats off to them for wanting to go that route. And us as Minnesota Vikings fans, we've been kind of spoiled with great players throughout this franchise's history, long before I even was a thought in my parents' mind. But this one right here for Harrison Smith, I just wanted to just talk a little bit about him and just show him that he is a huge reason as to why the Minnesota Vikings fan base is where it's at. Harrison Smith, throughout his whole entire career, as you're looking at the stats right now, he's got well over 1,000 tackles. He's got over 20 sacks. He's got 36 interceptions, and this is all before the Minnesota Vikings and Green Bay Packers suit up and battle against each other. And the reason I'm thinking that Harrison Smith is not going to be a Minnesota Viking next year is because Josh Metellus, Cam Bynum, and also Theo Riddick are all younger than Harrison Smith, and Harrison Smith already took a pay cut to remain with a team, and he just doesn't. He's just you can see and you can feel, and we all know that he's lost his step. But with the way the NFL works, I hate saying it, but I think Harrison Smith is on his way out. He's had a great career as a Minnesota Viking. I love the guy. I remember when the Minnesota Vikings drafted him, and I remember when I was working at a retail shop and on downtime during Sundays. I want to say it was the rookie season of Harrison Smith. I want to say it was going back to 2012. And I'll always remember this play by Harrison Smith because it was such a big highlight when it first happened. And I watched this highlight over and over again because I was just so obsessed with it that we had finally nailed a real good franchise-changing, game-changing safety, like a ball hawk, hard-hitting safety. And at the time, before Harrison Smith, we had guys that were just like ball hawks but weren't real tacklers, didn't really tackle, didn't hit hard up until Harrison Smith came into the picture. But the play I'm talking about, it was against the Tennessee Titans. I can't remember what the wide receiver's name was, tight end, running back. I can't remember the player, but I remember watching the highlight because I wasn't watching the game. I was working at the time. And Harrison Smith basically laid out this Tennessee Titan. And a few of you may know exactly which play I'm talking about, but if you don't, look up Harrison Smith rookie highlights, and you'll see it. It's the huge hit that he laid on the Tennessee Titans offensive player. And if you look at that tackle, if Harrison Smith hit the way he used to in 2024 going into 2025, he'd be ejected, he'd be fined, he'd be suspended. The way Harrison Smith played, he's the reason why the NFL has so many rules, because of players like Harrison Smith, because Harrison Smith had an old-fashioned style to his game. If you remember just the games that he's had, I'd love to go back and forth with any Minnesota Viking fans that would love to share their thoughts on Harrison Smith and what they think is going to happen. Do you guys think that Harrison Smith is going to come back as a Minnesota Viking? If not as a player, as a coach? What do you guys think Harrison Smith is going to do? Love to hear what you guys have to say. Skol Vikings, honor your name. Let's go. Harrison Smith, one of the greatest to ever step foot on that U.S. Bank's turf. And at the time, the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome, Mall of America field, whatever you guys want to call it. But thank you for watching. Skol Vikings. We'll be back with another banger at another time. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the subscribe button.